And I think that always makes for interesting drama. You know, there's something at stake for him. And there's also something ironic that he's following in his father's footsteps. This is exactly what occurred to his dad for other reasons. They laughed him off the force because he believed in aliens and kept saying there were aliens out there, and he couldn't prove it, and they said, yeah, right. Well, you're not fit to be the sheriff, and I know they're aliens too and can't explain my bizarre behavior. So it's been a great roller coaster ride for me.
Supposed to be a Tess and Liz episode where Tess and Liz were supposed to switch bodies, and it was going to be kind of like a Freaky Friday, and they would learn more about each other. And while that was happening, we had thought of a runner where Max and Michael take his money and go off to Vegas. And so we pitched that episode to Jason, and what he really sparked to was the whole Vegas idea. And he said, well, if we're going to go to Vegas, why take 2 characters? Let's take all of them.
It also was a story about friendship, especially Max and Michael's friendship, and also get Liz and Tess closer together, just because coming off the Hybrid Chronicles, there was a lot of emotion running high, and the staff felt like it was time to remind everybody and us why these people are friends, and just do a lighter episode and more of a bonding episode, and just people having a good time.
Yeah, there are a lot of things that we aren't ever able to address every week because we've always got like some threat coming in, and so there are things like, are Michael and Maria still together? And if so, what's their relationship like? And are Kyle and Alex friends? And how do the women on our show hang out together? And that kind of thing. So we felt like this was a good opportunity to see the other side of the relationships in a setting that has nothing to do with evil aliens coming in and trying to hurt our kids. It's more about how our kids interact as friends, which I think the audience also really likes to see.
And we like to see too.
We love crabs.
5-5. I happen to know that the next time he throws, it's going to be a 7. And if you want to know why, it's because it's written right here. 7, winner. Right here. That's the next throw.
Now Michael rolls again.
Throw!
7, winner, 7.
Yes!
Everybody loses on 0 and 00 unless you're betting.
Well, because you gotta, I mean, it's gotta go.
Well, there's only one of those like any other number. Just as much like we're playing on those anything else. I suppose. No,
Are you serious? Yeah. I gotta roll it twice?
Yes.
No wonder the casinos win.
Part of mine was a difficult episode for me to write. I was having a lot of trouble, and I couldn't figure out why. And I realized at some point it was because, in a way, I didn't really want it to happen the way that it happens. It's an episode about Liz moving toward Sean and Max moving toward Tess. And I think I, myself, didn't really want that to happen. But I really wound up loving the episode so much, and I thought everybody did such a good job. It was directed beautifully and acted beautifully, and I thought that what I really liked about it was that even though Liz was moving away from Max and Max was moving away from Liz, that when you watch the episode, you sort of understand why. In one way, you don't want it to happen, just like they don't want it to happen, but in another way, you realize it's sort of this inevitable thing, and I thought that it just played to me as very real and very mature and very adult, and it was upsetting, but it was also very magical.
Do you find that all men are obsessive?
I swear normally I don't care about my hair that much. Hey, she's videotaping me. This is the Switch episode where I play Brendan's character and Brendan plays my character. The best is when the camera isn't shooting and Brendan's just sitting there going, looking for his reflection. Yeah.
He's the buckaroo.
That's me. Keep trying to get that buckaroo in there. Just show him the photo. That's why she keeps saying our little buckaroo. Where's that afro kid? So you get this. Zoom in here. Zoom in on all my imperfections. There. A lot up here. My nose is always dry right there. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and go have a little talk with myself.
Prior Name is the episode, obviously, where Alex dies. And what happened was it started to become clear that Colin Hanks's career was beginning to blossom. He was getting offered more and more roles. And at some point, we just realized that as much as we love both Colin as an actor and Alex as a character, we just couldn't justify keeping him on the show since his character was always sort of relegated to very much a supporting player. So we decided to let him go, which was a very difficult decision to make, but I think ultimately best for Colin. And so then once we'd made that decision, the next question was, okay, how are we going to do this? And that's how the story for the episode Cry Your Name came about. And I think that the episode was incredibly successful, and I think it's by far one of the best episodes that we've done. Ron Moore wrote the script, and from the first draft of that script, it was just perfect. And the direction and the acting not only lived up to it, but sort of brought it all to another level.
One of my favorite episodes is when I come up to the door and say, you know, like, okay, come on, kiss me. I'm trying to find my brother. I need to get a vision, and maybe it'll happen, so kiss me. And we kiss or whatever, and I turn around and walk away, and in the distance you hear him going, Dad, I hope you didn't eat my cornflakes. And he, like, shuts the door, and it was just the best. The best. We did learn a little dance routine for last season's dream episode. I remember, like, snippets of that, but I don't remember the whole dance.
Yeah, I did.
No, neither do I.
Where are we going now?
I just remember the
Sway, 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 sway.
Yeah.
My boy, I love him. Yes, it's been a really emotional episode for many, many reasons, and I think most of which is that he's not coming back.
It's Too Late and It's Too Bad is the story where Max and Tess make love. It's an episode where Max is starting to accept the fact that he's an alien and embrace that side of himself. And I think that is what allows him to move forward with Tess as much as anything else. And that, to me, is what makes the storyline really complicated. I think that even though, while we might not be rooting for Max to be with Tess, when you watch the episode, you sort of understand everything that Max is going through and what he has been going through. I think it's just been really interesting to take these characters on this journey and to take them to places that we never expected them to go, and I don't think they ever expected them to go.